Yo, welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet Violet VGC video. I'm your host, JoseRockz, and today we have another episode of Journey Through VGC. The current format we are in is Regulation F. Y'all ready? Let's get into it. Alright, welcome back, and we have another banger here. So today we're going to be showcasing this team built around Iron Boulder and Riolu. So if you guys, like this type of content, go ahead and leave a like for me, subscribe, because we are building a team around every new Paradox Mon, including the other new Mons that are introduced, which is our Chaladon and Hydrapple. So stay tuned for those teams, but this is going to be our 5th team because we just featured an Iron Crown team, and we also featured Walking Wake, Raging Bolt, and Gouging Fire team. So we have Iron Boulder, and then we have Iron Leads left after that before we get to our Chaladon and Hydrapple. But so far we've been doing pretty good with these teams, and this is another pretty strong team if you want to play with Iron Boulder, and this is going to be the team for you. So starting off with Iron Boulder, we have a Grass Tera set with Booster Energy. It's going to be Mighty Cleave, which is the new signature move for this Mon, and it allows it to hit through Protect, similar to like Urshifu, but only with this move and not its whole move set, right? So it's a very valuable move because there's not a lot of counterplay to it. Rock hits everything. It has no immunities and it just has resistances. But once you get pretty much boosted up with Riolu, then Mighty Cleave is doing a lot of damage and they can't really protect in front of it. And so you have Sacred Sword as well to deal with a lot of like the Iron Defense boosting Mons, so that you're able to get around those, and Zen Headbutt, so that you're not like walled by like Amoonguss and stuff like that without dealing like big damage. Now you can threaten Amoonguss, you can threaten Urshifu, you can threaten Iron Hands, and they just do a lot of damage to those Mons. So it's a pretty strong Mon. It's not the best without support. It doesn't really function well on its own, but with the proper support, you can really do like a lot of fun things with Iron Boulder. So next we have King Gambit. This King Gambit is going to be an Assault Vest set with Kowtow Cleave, Iron Head, Sucker Punch, Tera Blast with Fairy Tera. It's going to be another partner for Iron Boulder. It's here to pretty much decentivize your opponents from bringing things like Incineroar, Gyarados, Landorus, T, and Arcanine. Just any Intimidators that want to like drop Iron Boulder stats. You have King Gambit that kind of plays like a partner or just a second option when you see those type of Mons on the opposing team. So it functions really well with Riolu as well. Getting those coaching boosts on the King Gambit is going to allow it to be really bulky on the physical side, and you have really great bulk on the special side with the Assault Vest. You're able to just eat a lot of hits, get a lot of damage off, and threaten things with Sucker Punch, and then just clean up in the end game with like Flutter Mane or Ogerpon, right? And that's kind of the idea how you want to use this team. So next we have Incineroar. This is going to be a different Incineroar. Everything is pretty standard with the Flare Blitz, Knockoff, Party Shot, Fake Out, Citrus Berry. The only difference is that it's going to be Flying Tera. Flying Tera is going to be really good into things like Landorus Eye. Landorus Eye can give this team a lot of problems, right? You see Iron Boulder's weak to the ground type attacks, and if you tear in the grass, now you're weak to poison. King Gambit also weak to ground type attacks. You tear in the fairy, now you're weak to poison, right? Ogerpon is weak to the poison moves as well. And once it tears, you're still not taking Earth Power that well. And Flutter Mane just being hit by neutral by both of those attacks is just not well for it. And the Incineroar, of course, being hit super effectively by Earth Power is not good for it. And most Incineroars are like Tera Water, which doesn't really help you eat the Earth Power hit. And Tera Grass, which now you're weak to the Sludge Bomb from Landorus Eye. So I wanted to go with something a little different, give me a ground immunity by going with the Flying Tera. So with this Tera, you're able to just be completely immune to ground type attacks with that most likely target Incineroar, things like Ursaluna and Landorus Eye, right? And now you're able to get like a free parting shot off without taking any damage. And if you do take damage from like a neutral hit, you do have your Citrus Berry to heal back up. Next we have Ogerpon, or this Ogerpon is also a pretty standard set. Max speed, pretty much, max attack. We just want to be able to hit hard and also play like redirection. And it's a really good partner for Riolu as well. Getting coaching boosts onto Ogerpon when your opponent has like an Urshifu Tornadus lead is just very valuable, because now you're able to just remove the Tornadus, and then you can remove the Urshifu next turn, the Horn Leech, just to heal yourself all the way back up. And it also functions as a good redirection once Iron Boulder and King Gambit are both boosted up. Next we have Riolu. So Riolu is going to be the star of this team. This is a team pretty much built around Iron Boulder, but Riolu is so good at being a support mon. So we have a Ghost Tera Focus Sash here, just to give you a little bit more survivability and be able to Ghost Tera to get around like priority E speeds and things like that. And we have Bullet Punch. So Bullet Punch is going to be really good into Flutter Mane. If it's a no bulk Flutter Mane, you're able to do like 90% to it. Bulkier Flutter Mane still a 2-hit KO by it. But if it takes pretty much any chip below 50%, then you're able to pick up the KO on that. It's also good at picking off Chien-Pao with the Focus Sash once his Focus Sash is broken, and just dealing good damage to that, right? But you just wanted a priority move that pretty much hit everything. And it's not like Quick Attack or like Mac Punch, which have immunities to Ghost, right? So now Bullet Punch, you can just chip everything down. So Upper Hand is one of the new moves introduced in this DLC and for this format, and Upper Hand is really cool. So what it pretty much does is it allows Riolu to stop priority from your opponent. So that means like Fake Out, that means like Sucker Punches, that means like E-Speeds from Dragonite. And this is a max speed Riolu, so we outspeed those Dragonites, and now you can stop their Fake Outs, you can stop their extreme speeds, you can stop just a lot of different priority moves, and it just counters them. And fighting just hits a lot of the mons that want to go for priority for super effective. Like Incineroar going for priority, hits it with Upper Hand. Chien-Pao going for priority, you hit it with Upper Hand, now you're hitting it super effectively. Dragonite when the Tera's in a normal, now you're hitting it for super effective Upper Hand. If they're next to Chien-Pao, you're doing even more damage to it, right? So it's just a really cool tech, and we were able to showcase it a lot in the battles with this team in this video, as well as the next video that'll come out after this. So just stay tuned for that, and just look out for, you know, when I was able to get the strategy off of Riolu. Next we have Feint. So Feint's a really cool tech. It partners really well with King Gambit and Ogerpon. Not mostly Iron Boulder because you can already go through Protect, but if it's something that you need to hit with Zen Headbutt or Sacred Sword, then you're able to use Feint with that, right? But Feint pretty much breaks Protect, and once you get things boosted up with the coaching move on Riolu, now you're able to, you know, break through Protect and still deal damage when they try to play passive in front of some of these mons. And I think it's just a really valuable tech. Also, if it's something that's at like 1 HP or something with a Focus Sash, like Chien-Pao likes to try to protect just to scout out for what you're going to do. For turn 1, you can just go Feint plus Fake Out and the Feint plus Sacred Sword with Iron Boulder and the Chien-Pao, and then you just remove it from the field, right? Or even Mighty Cleave. Usually they won't protect in front of Iron Boulder, but if you just want to go for like an Iron Head and Feint with Riolu and King Gambit, then you can really pick up those surprise KOs on things like Chien-Pao turn 1. Coach, and then of course coaching, like I said, is the main thing that you're going to be clicking on this team. Coaching just really boosts up Iron Boulder, King Gambit, and Ogerpon, and also some situations where Incineroar is really good to your opponent's team, and you just need to stick around on the field. On the defense side, you can still go for coachings and get those powerful knockoffs off and just remove a lot of your opponent's items, which can be pretty annoying for your opponent. Last but not least, we have Flutter Mane. I can't understate how key this Flutter Mane set is to this team's success. So a lot of teams that really want to play hyper offense against you, they don't really count on this Flutter Mane being as bulky as it is. It's almost like a max HP, max defense Flutter Mane with Calm Mind. So you're able to, you know, get your special attack back up and still deal damage with Moonblast. But with the Rocky Helmet and Water Terror, like Urshifu just gets destroyed by this set, right? You get up Trick Room on them when they go for Tailwind plus certain strikes into you. And now the next turn, after they're chipped down, you don't even have to go for Calm Mind. You just remove it with a Moonblast. And now you're setting up your King Gambit and your Incineroar, your Ogerpon to do well under Trick Room next to Flutter Mane when they have Tailwind up. It also serves as a good counter to opposing Trick Room teams that really want to set up Trick Room on you, and now you're able to just reverse their Trick Room and still stick around on the field and be really bulky. So it's a really cool Flutter Mane set. The only thing that I probably would change that I really didn't click that much maybe might be Calm Mind, but other than that, it's still a really fun tech. If you find, you know, ways for you to use this, you can actually set it up against like other like special attack heavy teams and just go for like Follow Me with Ogerpon, set up some Calm Minds, and then your Flutter Mane just pretty hard to knock out against those special attackers. So it's a really cool set, and you know, I applaud you guys to give it a try. But that's gonna be it for a team breakdown. There's a rental code up at the top right, as well as a Poke Paste down in the description below. Let's get into these battles. Alright, so we have pretty standard core here. Chien-Pao, Entei, Dragonite, Raging Bolt, Flutter Mane, and Wellspring, Ogerpon. honestly think I can just go for coaching here. This is a team that just won the regional, right? Yeah. Yeah, I like coaching here. Ogerpon in the back and Flutter. Then we leave our two dark types. Fake out could be good, but I can't fake out two of his mons, or three. He did have Flutter, right? I can't fake out Flutter, Entei, or Dragonite. So Dragonite, Entei, this is fine because right now our typing resists both. And I think he may ghost double E-Speed Riolu, so I just want to go for coaching here to Iron Boulder. I think I want to go on the offensive. I'm just gonna cleave Entei. Because double E-Speed doesn't help him. We outspeed Entei, right? If he really wants to get rid of Riolu, he has to double E-Speed it before I can do like anything. It looks like that might be on Dragonite. Yep. So going into normal. That definitely means you're clicking E-Speed, right? Did you still E-Speed me even though I resisted? Or is he tearing just to cover for a mighty cleave? Alright, so Ghost Tera Riolu's out. I'm hoping that he doubled that slot with two E-Speeds. And we can get like a... Oh, he doubled. Did he double that slot? Wow. Okay. So Entei's gone. He just completely ignored Riolu though. Alright, so that's Chenpao. I wonder, does he switch Dragonite here? Or does he double up that slot? I could try to go to upper hand to stop a priority attack if he's gonna go for like a sucker punch. Or I can just go for bullet punch here. He should go for sucker punch here. Alright, is it a sucker punch too? Oh, he didn't go for sucker punch. So we KO Chenpao, he's locked in the E-Speed. Nice. So I'm glad I didn't go for upper hand there because he wasn't trying to ready a priority move. Alright, and he can't hit Riolu or Flutter Mane with Dragonite. So he's in a really bad spot now. Yeah, and I believe he was expecting upper hand. That's why he's not clicking Sucker Punch with Chien-Pao. So that's kind of the pressure of upper hand right there. And we do have it too. Does he protect Raging Bolt here? Or does he try to go for Thunderclap? Nice. So we get upper hand off, which makes it flinch. We should survive E-Speed. Nice. 17. Raging Bolt flinches, so he can't get his priority move off, and now we just Mighty Cleave. Nice. So we get to showcase the entire strategy here. And we just completely ran through my opponent with this duo. And now he just loses because he can't attack the Flutter Mane in the back or the Riolu. So he should just forfeit here. Well, he really just wants to knock out this slot. He should be struggling after this point. It's been about 8 turns of E-Speed, right? I'm just gonna coach in this slot and switch in the Flutter Mane. I actually don't want to let him get the KO on Iron Boulder. Oh, he just cancels. I think that was his last E-Speed. Beautiful. So we don't lose a single mana. Iron Boulder just sits on the field. And see, if Chien-Pao is afraid to click Sucker Punch there because of upper hand, then the Iron Boulder is able to just sit in front of the E-Speeds once he gets a coaching boost. I could have went for turn 1 coaching to just reduce some of the damage coming out from the double up E-Speed, but I fully expected him to go into the Riolu, but he completely ignored Riolu, and Riolu just put in a lot of work there. And that kind of shows you how you can use upper hand to stop other priority moves. But let's get into the next one. All right, we have a Registeel. Interesting. All right. So how does he? I guess he has Regidrago. He doesn't have any good speed control though. I can really go Tera Fairy on this and kind of clean him. I kind of like that. Tera Fairy, King Gambit with Riolu. We can't really hit the Glamora well. So Ogerpon, because it's good into Glamora. Flutter Mane also is a fairy that resists. But we only have Moonblast here. Sacred Sword can be valuable for Registeel. Yeah, because I don't want him to lead Regidrago and just kind of sweep me. He may not even bring Regidrago. I kind of think Iron Boulder can really do work here too. I'm worried about the Scream Tail though. Yeah, we'll go with this. I don't have enough time to change it. I kind of want to lead Iron Boulder just in case he leads Registeel, but this lead works for me if he leads Regidrago. Scream Tail is terrifying. Alright, so he did lead Regidrago. Alright. So does he have superpower on Ogerpon? I think I just want to go for Tera early. Outside cleave here. Coaching. If we knock out everything around Registeel, I can probably beat it with coaching plus Sacred Sword. I mean Registeel. I expect him to follow me here, but this is the cover for like a superpower or just straight up body press. Yeah, it's a perfect. I actually really wanted to get rid of Ogerpon here. You can have heavy slam, but that's not going to do too much to King Gambit with all these boosts. Alright, so it does survive. Oh, it's a bulkier Ogerpon, okay. Alright, there's one arm defense. And a single crit here just kind of just cleans this game up early, right? I had a feeling he wasn't gonna go for follow me. Alright, so he's trying to hit a crit himself. I actually don't want him to get another cudgel off because that's doing a lot of damage. More than I'm comfortable with. So I'm going to sucker punch here and coaching again. Ah, that's a good play. He didn't. That was smart. So I just wasted a turn here knocking out Ogerpon. Yeah, that's not good. I was almost expecting a spiky shield, but props to him for not deviating too much after he's seen the Ivy Color didn't do too much. Alright, so Riolu's down. Yeah. Without the... I should have led... I would have had a Tera though, turn one. I think I need to try to Sacred Sword him now. Oh, Scream Tail. We are faster than Scream Tail though. So we know that he's gonna try to disable and encore some stuff. gonna try to disable Cow-Type Cleave. See how much Sacred Sword is doing here. Is it a double protect here? That's decent damage. Cow-Type Cleave would have been pretty good there. I'm at +3, right? I expect Cow-Type Cleave to be able to one-shot. I'm +4, actually. We outspeed, so we can protect in front of Screamtail. Yep, so he disables. I'm very surprised Registeel didn't protect there. Nice. So he disables Iron Head, but we're going forward. I wonder why he didn't Tera there. Is he Tera Ghost? Oh, Gamora. Sucker Punch this slot. The poison is actually really good with Registeel. Yeah, I don't want to just faint. Okay, we do get the 1-hit KO. He does get poisoned up for my Screamtail in the back, but we're doing so much chip here. Like, how does Registeel beat us fast enough, right? Oh, I thought it missed. Right, that took very long. All right, so he's very chipped now. All right, so he should protect next turn. Ivy Cudgel crit is gonna do a lot. So we're just gonna keep clicking Cow-Type Cleave. And Ivy Cudgel. Oh, he just forfeits. Nice. And we beat the stall Registeel team. Beautiful. That was actually pretty scary because, like, he never Tera Registeel. I'm not sure what his Tera was. I expected it to be water, but maybe he was Tera Ghost, which helps you get around like Sacred Sword coming out from Chien-Pao and Iron Boulder, and anything else that might be carrying like a fighting type move, and you become immune to it, right? But then you just become weaker to ghost type attacks. So I'm not sure what his Tera was in that, but let's get into the next one. Alright, so we have Tornadus, Urshifu, Chien-Pao, Chi-Yu, Indeedee, and Iron Bundle. So this is pretty much like a regulation D team that you will see going around. So Iron Bundle threatens Ogerpon, right? It's not that common, but I've actually been thinking about trying to use Iron Bundle again myself. I think it's can be positioned well right now, more than people think. It does lose to like Raging Bolt, but you can kind of play around that with a lot of different options that you have on your team. Just having a Farigiraf helps you with that matchup. There's a lot of special attackers here, except for Urshifu and Chien-Pao. I kind of want to go Calm Mind, but if he leads Urshifu Chien-Pao, then it's really bad. I think Riolu Iron Boulder might be okay here. We do become really weak if we Tera Grass though to Chi-Yu. Actually, I think I want to go the Trick Room route. try this. I don't want to play into tearing in the grass. And if he leaves Urshifu, Chien-Pao, we fake out Urshifu and then just go for Trick Room. Would be in a good spot. Today's Chill. Alright, so I want to protect here and scout for what he's going to go for. Actually, I can go Water Tera Trick Room. Knock off Tornadus. I think this, because I mean, would he really go for Dark Pulse in a Flutter Mane here? You almost always expect Fairy Tera. I don't think he's going to go for Sunny. I think he was going to go for Tailwind. Okay, so something's taking a knockoff here. What's coming in? Indeedee. I mean, that ignores the fake out, right? Is this Fire Terror? Yeah, so that makes sense. He doesn't need Ghost Terror when he has Indeedee in the back. That makes a ton of sense. But I think I just kind of outpaced your team. Now I can just click Kowtow Cleave with King Gambit. I outpaced you on the Trick Room. It should be a Heat Wave here to try to remove Flutter. Oh, it's Overheat. We should survive that. We're bulky and resist. Whoo! That was close. And not to use that -2, so it has to switch. Alright, interesting. I kind of want to just knock out Indeedee here. See, you may switch here. Would it still just go for Overheat? I mean, I don't... Losing Flutter here to get King Gambit in for free is not bad. I don't think I need to play passive when I got Trick Room up. And if he switches Indeedee again, something else gets knocked off. Yeah, Chi-Yu switches, so this is just a free Moonblast until whatever comes in. That's kind of why I didn't want to play passive, because Chi-Yu was very incentivized to switch there. Take a, we knock off right now, so we don't take more chip. Nice. And now it's a free Moonblast in the Tornadus. Alright, not too much damage, but definitely in range of, I believe, a Flare Blitz. I don't want to double anything because I'm like so close to like picking up KOs on everything. I just want to just deal consistent damage. And if a single protector can kind of stall us out, right? We're really waiting to get the free switch in the King Gambit. And once we chip Chi-Yu, then it should just go down to a Kowtow Cleave. So we knock off whatever item that has choice specs, so it can't protect. Leak Wind. Flutter takes a hit. Alright, what is it? A Dark Pulse here? Overheat. We go for another Overheat? I don't expect that to KO instantly. Yeah, we just held back. Alright, so let's think about what his last one is, because he's probably going to want to switch Chi-Yu again. But Trick Room is just destroying him right now. We should have 2 turns left to work with. We take out Tornadus, and then that way, since he's choice specs, we always outspeed in case he switches again. With Ogerpon. So I kind of want to Kowtow Cleave this slot. And Flare Blitz GU. That should pick up the KO. I don't want to double into Tornadus in case it protects. He gets another Heat Wave off. That's still going to be pretty strong into King Gambit. The choice specs Chi-Yu with Overheat is very strong with Fire Tera. See it almost one-shot Flutter, which is naturally really good on the special defense side, and we will resist it with Water Tera. Alright, it's Urshifu. That's a good switch. Again, I could have went for... Oh, it's Dark Urshifu. Nice, so we pick up the KO there. And we break the Sash with Flare Blitz. Oh, and we get a burn, even to boot. So that's probably gonna wrap this game up. A burnt Urshifu is a bad Urshifu. And it's actually better that it wasn't water, because it would have just resisted the Flare Blitz. Right. So we have one more turn of Trick Room to work with, and we still have Ogerpon, which outspeeds both in the back. Unless he's Choice Scarf Urshifu. So we always know that Kowtow Cleave kills this slot, and another Flare Blitz kills this slot. So and he just cancels. He sees it right on the wall. Let's go. Ooh, this team is going crazy. This team is pretty good. Wow. Yeah, we could have played that any numerous number of ways. Our Flutter Mane being faster than a lot of his mons outside of Trick Room though is not ideal. But I was expecting him to go for like maybe a Tailwind Heat Wave play. But he covered for the fake out by switching in Indeedee, which was smart on his part. But we were never even going for fake out. We really just wanted to deal consistent damage across the board. Just so King Gambit, it's not really good at picking up one-hit KOs against mons that it's not super effectively hitting. But when they're like chipped down to like around half health, then it can like kind of clean up the game from there. And that's kind of the idea of why we didn't click fake out there. But let's get into one final game. We have Karisu, they have Excalibur, Wellspring, Ogerpon, Farigiraf, Flutter Mane, Heatran, and Urshifu Dark, I would presume, since you already have Wellspring. Now we know Urshifu Dark plus Farigiraf is a really good combo. So I want to go King Gambit again, because it is really good into that combo. And Riolu. I think my Wellspring is good here. Now Iron Boulder hits Heatran, and if it's Urshifu Water, it's for super effective. And with Mighty Cleave, we hit Excalibur too. Flutter Mane only hits Excalibur and is walled against Heatran. Incineroar kind of walled here. I think Iron Boulder is the best bet in the back. It doesn't feel good bringing it in the back over Incineroar, but it has a better matchup into some of his team than the other ones do. So we're gonna leave Flutter and Incin for the final game. So there's the backs, and there's the Ogerpon. What are we afraid of here? Earthquake? I don't think I just want to go straight Cow-Top Cleave plus coaching. Excalibur does get access to ground type moves, but would you really be running it here? This looks more like a Swords Dance setup with Follow Me. So we'll play his game for now. If he has a surprise ground type move, then props to him. But I don't think we should Tera here when we kind of resist both of his stab moves. That's a good protect. So he's scouting for what I want to do. Alright, let's cudgel into that slide. Cudgel into Ogerpon would have accelerated the game immensely. I want to go after Ogerpon here. I should target the Excalibur slot since it just protected. But I got a feeling he wants to keep chipping me with Ogerpon, trying to fish for a crit. Well, he went for Follow Me, so I guess it doesn't matter who I targeted this turn. To be honest, that's better because I don't know what Excalibur's doing here. Okay. But we're getting to a point where +2 Sucker Punch is threatening the board, right? Bullet Punch doesn't KO from that range. I wish Bullet Punch, or maybe Feint though. Let's go for Cow-Top Cleave and the Excalibur and Feint. I think Feint can pick up the KO. We are max attack. Okay, nice. Is it a double protect? Oh, Feint doesn't KO, but I think it's fine. Oh, yeah. But our priority outsped him, so I can stop him from going for another one of those moves. With upper hand. Actually, could I just go for another coaching? I don't know what to do here actually, because he can Follow Me. I think Follow Me might stop upper hand. I'm just gonna go for it, right? I think Sucker Punch, upper hand, if it moves before Follow Me, covers for everything. Oh, we do get upper hand off. Nice, and we KO Excalibur. And I think he's going for an attack here with Ogerpon, so we just KO it with Sucker Punch. Beautiful. That worked out beautiful. Well played. And that's how you use upper hand. Riolu is such a cool mon right now with the new tech. If you use upper hand properly, it just feels really good. Oh, Usher for Dark is rising in the format right now. Should be a heat wave, so I'm gonna go Cow-Top Cleave. What do I have in the back? He hasn't Terra'd yet. I think he wants to protect Urshifu here, so I'm gonna go Cow-Top Cleave into Heatran. Well, he knows I have Feint, so he shouldn't protect here. I'm still gonna Feint anyway, just in case he protects Urshifu, then we just win. Yeah, he's not gonna Tera Urshifu, so he has to go for an attack here. But with Tera Fairy, so we should survive. And I don't think he's gonna risk a Sucker Punch here. After seeing me go for the upper hand play. Alright, so Feint breaks the Sash. Wicked Blow. We should take a Heat Wave, barring it being nice. It's not Life Orb. And now we just get off Terra Blast here. And Urshifu is down. Beautiful. This King Gambit Riolu just dominated this match. And I'm really happy to showcase how good upper hand how you can use it with the combination of Feint. So Riolu has like a lot of good tools in his set that really help it. I'm just gonna bring out Ogerpon, force him to go into Fairy Terror or Grass. I'm just gonna Iron Head. Actually, I'm just gonna still Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch always does the most damage. Well, it does consistent damage without us getting just KO before we can move. So I think it's valuable to go for it. So I expect Grass or Fairy. But like right now, we just need damage on Heatran, right? Because we have things that outspeed in the back. And Perfect is not Fairy, so now I can go for Mighty Cleave with Iron Boulder to end this game. So while he survives the turn, he KOs King Gambit most likely. Oh, he misses, so that's definitely game over. And that didn't even KO King Gambit. Beautiful. So we go Sucker Punch again. And IV Cudgel. And that's gonna do it, folks. Beautiful. And we go undefeated with this team. Nice. We didn't lose a single game. Wow, this team is very powerful. But it takes a lot of practice, and I'll go ahead and discuss that in the midway review. So let's go ahead and get into that. Alright, so getting into a mirror review with this Iron Boulder Riolu team. This team was incredible. This team is so fun to use. And while we didn't really get to bring out Iron Boulder's Tera, we did, showcase how good it can be, and it can sit on the field in front of those priority spam E-Speed teams, along with Riolu's upper hand strategy. So hopefully that you all, take note of that on how good this Pokemon can be, and you just have to build a team around it that works for it, right? And what's Iron Boulder like really weak to? Intimidate. Now we have King Gambit, and King Gambit makes them not want to bring their Incineroar, right? It makes them not want to bring their Landorus T if they have that, or Hisuian Arcanine, Gyarados, any other Intimidators, Pokemon that are good into Iron Boulder. Now they don't want to bring them, right? And King Gambit alone, just getting those with the Assault Vest and getting the coaching boost, it's very hard to knock out. You drop his stats at any point, then Sucker Punch is just threatening so much. Of course, there's a lot of mind games that come with having priority Sucker Punch, because they can switch, or they can protect, or use a status move to get around it. But when you pin things that are like choice mons or assault vest mons, and they can't like really protect, and they don't have room to switch because you're threatening like a Kowtow Cleave into a switch or something like that, then you become really threatening with the King Gambit. Incineroar, Ogerpon, I feel like these two are just complete a Fire Water Grass core by themselves, and they are really good together that you can slap them on any team and they're going to pretty much get better. Flutter Mane is a really good addition to that. I really like this Flutter Mane set specifically because we're able to put it on this team and use it to set up Trick Room, and it's be kind of bulky and set up Calm Minds against like really specially oriented teams, and you're able to like kind of deal with those teams from there. And Riolu, we showcased how you use the Ghost Terror on Riolu, how the upper hand works, how you can use Feint to break through protects and deal chip damage and things like that, or break sashes, and Bullet Punch to deal really good chip to Flutter Manes and opposing Chimpow. But that's gonna be it for a midway review with this team. There's a runner code up at the top right, as well as a Pokeface down in the description below. And if you like this type of team, leave a like for me, subscribe, turn those post notifications, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, deuces.